Hello everyone and welcome to the Commexis Cast, all the news you need to know from our inbox to yours. Today we're talking about Snapchat and Pandora teaming up together to share your favorite songs on the social media platform. Hello everyone, I'm Matthew McGrorty, the videographer and a podcaster here at Commexis, and today I'm joined by the lead strategist at Commexis, Phillip.
Hello.
So today we're talking about Pandora and Snapchat teaming up to allow you to share songs onto the social media platform. So the way you do that, and before we get fully into it, this was just announced and we are not just talking about it from a social media standpoint, so don't worry, we're going to get into how marketers can come in and take advantage of it. One of the things that you can do is if you're listening to a song on Pandora on your phone, you can click very easily the share button and then go share on Snapchat. It'll appear on Snapchat as a nice, actually really nice background with the album cover kind of in the center, and then you can do what you do on Snapchat, which is add text, add different emojis, add different stuff like that, and then you can just send it off, and then whoever receives it will be able to open it up, click on it, and then be able to listen to that song for free without having to be subscribed or signed up, I believe, which I think is a nice feature. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. I tried really hard today, many times, to get this to work so that we could do it for you while we were recording it and have a nice little time.
I genuinely think it was just something to do with the songs you were choosing, and they did not want you to send Toto's Africa 27 times in a row.
Awful. I'm sorry I like listening to 50s rock and roll radio. To be fair, I did try it on a variety of songs as well, just to some top 40 stuff, some other stuff like that, and it didn't seem to work out for me. This was just announced and released, so there's a chance that it's just not working or it's not fully rolled out yet. That's completely understandable. It happens. But what we want to talk about here is the potential for this to be used for marketing. Jim, our paid placement specialist, which, is he behind me? He's not. Normally he sits behind me. He mentioned that there's a chance that ads could be used in a very similar fashion, and I think he had a great point. So Phil, why don't you bring up some potential ideas that you think that this could be used for?
Well, I think there's a lot of implications simply because you get the entirety of the song, right? The whole song will play till the beginning and the end. So I'm thinking that you're gonna, if I were somebody that was doing marketing for a film, for example, and there's a theme song or a song from the soundtrack that's likely to be famous on a pop level or something like that, you can easily use that as a marketing tool. The problem you're getting into with the other points of it is licensing, because you may not as an artist, you're probably not going to want to just have some random brand throw their name on a Snapchat of your song playing in the background. So I'm still kind of up in the air on how this is going to have how that's going to be used in that regard, but I do see it's a great fun feature for the use of the platform. I just don't know how you can monetize it without getting into rights management and things like that.
No, that's a good point. And one of the things I noticed in a lot of the GIFs that Pandora was showing of this new feature, it looked like in one of them, and the one that I will hopefully be showing on screen now, it looked like what happened was when you clicked on the Snapchat after having received it from a friend, it looked like a 15-second ad played. And then you were able to listen to the song, which I think is a good way, obviously, for Pandora to sort of manage the rights and the sharing of that way.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I'm interested in whether or not this will open up doors for Pandora to either, obviously, advertise on the front end and maybe even the back end or something like that. But I wonder if this will also be a way for people who want to advertise on Pandora to somehow work in some Snapchat advertising. I'm probably thinking a little, I don't want to say esoterically, because I don't know if that's the exact word I'm going for. But I'd be interested if they add similar sharing functionality, like maybe a pop-up appears on Pandora for an ad and say, hey, share this with your friend so you and your friend can get 10% off.
I think you could totally do free downloads of a song or something like that. That would be a good way to utilize it, something like that. I still think that the biggest potential for this as a brand mover is simply it has to be original content from the song. It has to be something you own as a brand, because, again, I do know that how the DRMs work once they sell the rights to the song to Pandora and Spotify, but I'm pretty sure that they don't authorize a second branding to be thrown on top of it, and that's really what I would be concerned about. But I wonder if there's a a needle drop kind of thing where you could do like a Vine, like 15 seconds of a song, like a clip or something like that. Maybe that's something they could get along with. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know Instagram, for example, has a lot of features that allow you, they're more recent features, where you can use Spotify, for example, Pandora's competitor, to share clips on your stories, and I think it's actually just in your stories. It'll have a little box, it'll show what you're listening to, but you are able to share about, like, I think 10 or 15 seconds of a song or so that you're listening to on your Snapchat story, not Snapchat, Instagram story. So I wonder if they'll ever they're kind of giving that functionality now, but they aren't, because the only thing that you're getting in the Snapchat is the entire screen full of, hey, this song is really cool, right?
Yeah, that's kind of, I think that's a better representation of what you could do with it. I do see, again, you're going to see partnerships between artists, content creators, and a brand. It's going to wind up being a 3-part partnership, I think, for it to work properly.
All right. Well, thank everybody for tuning in to today's episode of the Commexis Cast. Check us out next time for more of the latest trending news. Thank you for tuning in. Phillip, thank you for being adjacent to the table with me today. If you guys want to check out more of us, you can listen on TuneIn, Stitcher, the Apple iTunes Podcast Store, the Google Play Music Store, and the Google Podcast app. Sorry about that.
But not on Pandora.
But not on Pandora. Yet. You can also watch us in full on Facebook, IGTV, and YouTube, and you can get nice little snippets in your social media feed by following us on Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.